Hi guys, I hope you all had fun making your palm crosses and waving them around the house. I wonder how many attempts you had before you made one that was just right. It's been nice and sunny outside these past few days, which makes it even harder to stay inside. Although for the introverts out there, like myself, you might be quite enjoying it, but it's probably not as fun for the extroverts, as my wife keeps telling me. We might have loads of different emotions going around in our heads, feeling sad or happy, annoyed or just content. Either way, we're all kind of stuck in one place and we can't really get out. But we know that staying in is actually the right thing to do. And in the run up to Easter, reading through the Gospels, there is a time when Jesus was stuck in one place and he knew that being there was the right thing to do. And that wasn't anything to do with a virus or being stuck at home or not being able to go outside. Following on in the Easter story, after the Last Supper, Jesus knew that his time was almost here. He knew the plan, and that was that he was going to die to save us all. Jesus knew that he couldn't leave, that he couldn't get out, and that he had to stay right where he was to do the right thing. Now, I'm not saying that we are in the exact same situation as Jesus, because Jesus died for our sins, which is not what we're about to be doing at all. But we are in a similar situation, in fact, where we are stuck in one place, where we can't really leave or get out, and we know that we should stay right where we are. It says in Mark 14:33 that Jesus was deeply distressed, troubled and full of sorrow, being in this place, which is actually some of the emotions we might be feeling right now. But what did Jesus do when he was in this situation, when he was distressed, troubled and full of sorrow? He didn't sleep in all day, he didn't binge watch Disney Plus, he didn't waste his time playing loads of games. It says in verse 35 and 36 that he cried out to God. He cried out to his Father, asking God to take this cup away from him, but wanting ultimately that God's will to be done. When Jesus was distressed, troubled and full of sorrow, he prayed to his Father and he prayed to God. He spent time praying, giving all his feelings and emotions over to God. We might be having lots of distress or troubles or just generally feeling sad, being stuck in one place. But in the run up to Easter, so did Jesus. And when he was feeling all those things, he gave them over to God. He poured out his heart to God. And I think that is a great example of what we should do as well. Although Jesus did go and find a solitary place all on his own, something we might struggle with. But nonetheless, we can still be praying on our own, in our own rooms or with our families, telling God how we feel and about what is going on in the world right now. While we're stuck in one place at home, let's not waste our time with sleeping or too much TV or too many games. Let's spend time with God. Let's spend time praying, which is what Jesus did. Let us follow his example.